If you're new here, my name is Chris and I make content around adventure travel and hiking. Now, before I talk about which action camera I use and recommend, I want to talk about why I choose to use action cameras despite owning thousands of pounds worth of high-end mirrorless camera gear. Now, I'm actually shooting on the Sony ZV-E1 and the Sony 16-35 G Master Mark II. I also own a Sony a7 IV. Despite this, I still choose to do my vlogging when I'm outdoors on an action camera. Now, this is due to multiple things. First and foremost is the size, weight and portability. It's significantly lighter, significantly smaller, making it far easier to both hold and store. The second reason is the ease of use. With an action camera, I simply have to turn it on, point and shoot, and not worry about the correct settings or whether it's correctly exposed. Third reason is the wide field of view, which helps showcase the environment I'm in and give a little bit more context to my videos. The next reason is the rugged design. Action cameras are generally built to withstand the elements, making them the perfect companion for when you're vlogging in the outdoor environments. And the last reason is cost. Action cameras are significantly cheaper than their DSLR and mirrorless counterparts. Now, the action camera I'm currently using and I have been using for the past 3 months is the Insta360 Ace Pro 2. I haven't always used Insta360. I did start off with GoPro. However, I gave up on them multiple years ago when the battery stopped working in, I wouldn't even say cold environments. I go up to the summit of a mountain in spring, sometimes even summer, and the battery would shut off and it would ruin my vlogs, render the camera useless. Since then, I've completely moved off GoPro. Very negative experience, so I no longer use them. I then switched to the DJI Action 4. That was mainly due to the wireless capabilities, being able to connect it to a Bluetooth microphone. However, since they released the Ace Pro 2, and that also has that feature, it's something I'll talk about in a second, I have switched to this and I haven't looked back. Honestly, nothing but good things to say about this. So rather than reel off the specs of the camera, which you can easily find online, I want to talk about the things I like and mention some of the things I dislike. There's not many. So hopefully that will be far better to you as a viewer and you can make up your own mind whether this is the right action camera for you. Now, let's kick things off with probably the most important thing you should look for when purchasing an action camera, and that is picture quality. Now, the Insta360 Ace Pro 2 comes with a 1/1.3 inch sensor, a Leica f2.6 lens, and shoots up to 8K in 30 frames per second. Now, for me, the 8K is a bit unnecessary and I don't actually use it. It takes up too much space on my memory card. It's too difficult for my computer to actually edit, and people don't actually own 8K televisions yet, so it's pretty pointless shooting and editing in 8K. Instead, I choose to edit in 4K. This camera could shoot 4K up to 120 frames per second and HD up to 240 frames per second. Now, another cool feature that this has is a 2-time digital zoom. Now, other cameras do offer digital zoom, but they are quite gimmicky and they're very noticeable when you do punch into the footage. It loses a lot of quality. However, with this, I don't think it loses much quality whatsoever. The footage looks great. That just gives you another angle, another field of view, allowing you to make your footage look a lot more dynamic. Speaking of field of view, 157 degrees, so you can shoot in multiple formats. So you've got linear, D-warp, mega and wide. So if you are doing more extreme action sports such as skiing, this can provide a really cool field of view. So yeah, picture quality, really rate this. Sharp, clear, crisp, and has great colors. So yeah, nothing but good things to say about the picture quality. Now, the second feature I love about this camera is the 2.5 inch flip screen. So there we go. As you can see, it doesn't actually have a front screen. Personally, this flip screen is a bit like Marmite. You either love it or you hate it, and I love it. I've used action cameras with front screens before. I've never found them actually that good, as they never show the full field of view, and you're never quite sure if you're actually in frame and what is in frame. However, with this flip screen, it allows you to do that. So really great there. Also doubles up as can use it as a mouth mount. I wouldn't recommend that unless you have a screen protector, and sort of a kickstand. So if you are doing vlogging on the go and you haven't got a tripod and you're struggling to balance it, just flip the screen out and it can give you multiple angles and fields of view. So not sure that's what Insta360 designed it for, but it's always good to have extra. But yeah, the flip screen, absolutely love it, really rate it. Now, the third feature I love about this camera is its low light performance. it actually has a dedicated pure video mode, which retains detail a whole lot better and just improves the all-round performance in low light. The fourth feature I love is the audio quality and Bluetooth connectivity. Now, the camera itself has excellent built-in audio. There's 3 audio modes. So there's wind reduction, voice enhancement, and stereo. It also comes with a handy little wind guard. However, the big feature I love about this camera, and probably one of the main selling points for me, is its wireless connectivity to Bluetooth microphones. Now, I use DJI microphones. It was probably the main reason why I moved to the Action 4. However, this allows wireless connectivity to this, meaning my audio is improved significantly and I can vlog from further away. I also can dual record, which is another really, really cool feature. So I can record the audio both on this and internally in the camera, and then in post-production I can pick and choose which one I use. Now, 99 times out of 100 I'll use that, but if something does go wrong with the audio in this, I know I've got that as a backup. So for me, that is a great feature to have. It makes vlogging so much easier. No need for faffy cables, don't need to plug anything into the side. That wireless connectivity is a game changer. Alongside DJI, you can also connect to Rode, Hoyland, and other wireless microphones. So again, perfect for outdoor vloggers and those that want to get even better audio than what's already built into the camera. Now, the fifth thing I love about this camera is its ease of use. Now, generally most action cameras are very easy to use, but this seems to take things to another level. There's 2 buttons on the camera. There's an on and off and a start and a stop. In addition, the screen is touchscreen and you can quickly and easily swipe between the settings, the different camera setups, and also the different frame rates. In addition, if you do purchase the L mount, the magnetic mount, you can quickly and easily swap between vertical and horizontal, which as a content creator these days is essential because you'll probably be shooting in both formats. So absolutely love that. Another really cool feature which I love about this is you can actually pause recordings rather than stopping it and having to start a new recording. You can pause if you lose trail of thought or if something happens, you can pause it and go back to it. You can also cancel the recording rather than having to go back and delete it. Some other cool features of this, it supports fast charging. So it can charge up to 80% in just 18 minutes, which is essential if you're on the go, if you're going between shoots, or if the battery does run low. It's good to know that you can get it up to a higher charge in a very short period of time. It also offers reverse charging. So if your phone is low on battery or another electronic device, you can actually use this as a power bank. While that is not essential, if you are in the outdoors, you are doing content creation, it could come in very, very handy. So a really cool added feature, which isn't essential, but might be essential in emergency situations. One final feature, which I forgot to mention, is that the lens cover is actually removable. So a little twist and it'll pop off. Now, if you do damage or scratch the lens, which is quite common, it's a lot cheaper and a lot easier to replace. So they're the features I really like about this camera. What don't I like? Now, there's not much, in all honesty. So far, it's been faultless. However, there's one kind of standout thing that might be a deal breaker for some people. It's not been a deal breaker for me, but that is the lack of 10-bit color. So this doesn't currently support 10-bit color or flat color profiles such as log. And what that means, if you shoot on other cameras such as mirrorless and DSLR and you want to match the 2 cameras up, it's going to be very difficult to do so, as you won't be able to grade it. Now, for me, that wasn't a deal breaker as I don't shoot in a log profile. However, if it's something you are looking for in an action camera, this currently does not support it as of March 2025. So I'm not sure if Insta360 will offer a firmware update to provide that, but currently it does not. And I will say, if you are new to vlogging, it's not something I would worry about. Grading does add a lot of time, can be a bit of a hassle. So yeah, most people, if you are new to vlogging, you won't need to worry about the 10-bit color and the D-Log. And I think all the other features, so the image quality, the audio quality, the low light performance, certainly outweighs the lack of 10-bit color. Now, would I recommend this camera? Absolutely. Now, I've been using it extensively as my main vlogging camera for the past sort of 3.5 months. And so far, it's handled everything I've thrown at it perfectly. No issues whatsoever. Been really happy with the picture quality, how clear, how sharp it is. Audio quality has been excellent, especially having the ability to use a wireless microphone. And again, it's been excellent in low light performance. It actually surprised me and allowed me to film in circumstances where the footage wouldn't have been usable. So yeah, 100% would recommend it. Who's it for? Outdoor content creators that want great picture profile and good quality audio. So if you're prioritizing those two things, I would definitely recommend this camera. If you are looking for 10-bit, then unfortunately you will have to look elsewhere. Now, like I've already spoken about, I can't compare it to the Action 5 and the new Hero 13. However, compared to the Action 4, it is a class above. Picture quality, audio quality, so much better, and the flip screen just makes it a much more versatile camera. Now, while I've got you here, while I'm talking about this camera, if you are going to get it, there are a couple of accessories I would recommend purchasing. Obviously, you're going to need a memory card. That goes without saying. However, some of the sort of 5 main accessories I would recommend. First one is a screen protector for this beautiful 2.5-inch flip screen. I've already scratched and cracked mine, but again, because it's so big, it's more prone to damage. Definitely get yourself a screen protector. So that'd be the first thing I would recommend. The second thing I would recommend is this L bracket. It's magnetic, so it clips on and off. Essentially what this does is allow you to swap between horizontal and vertical video much more quickly and much more effectively. The next thing I would recommend getting is an extra battery. Like I said, the battery for that has been brilliant. However, if you find yourself cut short or you forget to charge it or you do burn through the battery quite quickly, always great to have a spare battery. So that's something I'd recommend. Next thing I would recommend is the Mantis Pod. Now this is in collaboration with PGY Tech. Essentially it's a functional sort of extendable tripod. So it starts off like that. However, it's got this cool kind of 3-way system where you can make it into more of a taller mini tripod, and then the legs fold in. I can use it for sort of extendable vlogging. It's also got this cool Mantis lock feature where you can hook it onto objects in the surroundings. So say if you've got a fence or a wall or even a tree, it's just an extra latch point. So if you're trying to get more unique angles, this can provide it. So yeah, I've absolutely loved this sort of PGY Tech Mantis Pod. So much so that I've actually been not taking out a larger tripod and just using this, because I am actually able to attach some of my higher end cameras to this with little to no wobble. Last accessory I recommend, so if you're someone who does a lot of hiking, carries a backpack, it is a magnetic shoulder strap mount. Essentially what this is, this can screw onto any sort of mini tripod with a 1/4-inch screw or selfie stick, and then that simply locks magnetically onto said shoulder strap. You then twist and it releases. So it's a great way to store and hold your vlogging kit without having to put it into a pocket. So if you're on the go and you see something interesting, simply twist and release and off you go. Really cool feature there. So standard 1/4-inch screw can screw onto the Mantis Pod, or if you own a selfie stick and you want to go for that option, it also screws onto that. Same principle, locks in, twist and release. Really cool feature. So they're the accessories I recommend. If you are looking for better audio, I would also look at getting a wireless microphone. While I do love the inbuilt audio there, just having it on you and having the dual microphone options is great. So DJI microphone, Rode microphone, Hoyland, there's lots of options out there, but I use the DJI Mic 2. It's got internal recording as well. So again, you can internally record and you can have the dual on there, so you've got 3 lots of audio. So if you're someone who's very precious about getting top quality audio, which does matter, then I think this is essential as it connects wirelessly. Anyway, I think that's everything covered from me. Hope you found this video useful. Would appreciate a like and subscribe if you did. Would go a long way, and hit the bell to get some notifications, as I'll be dropping a lot more videos on not only hiking and adventure travel, but some of the accessories and camera gear I will be using. Until next time, diolch yn fawr.